Hey, I'm Kat, and I'm here with a April monthly wrap up and also a TBR for next month, which I probably won't even really do because I'm moving to Germany next month or beginning of June. It's all very hectic, but anyway, I'm moving, so things are gonna go pretty downhill. But I had read a lot this month, so I decided to share. And let's get started. One of the books I read this month is A Darker Shade of Magic and A Gathering of Shadows, which follows this dude named Kel. He can travel between worlds, all these Londons, but nowhere else. Only fucking Londons, because people who are in charge of him are fucking dicks. Because I would have just traveled the world, but Kel's a lot more honorable than me. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna listen to the king and queen, and I would have been like, fuck this shit, I'm out. I'm the most powerful being. One of the he's an Atari, which are very rare things that can travel between dimensions in this world because they close off the doors for evil, so evil won't come in, which is kind of cool. And Kel is like one of these like amazing beings and all this stuff, and he's like, I gotta listen to the king and queen and my brother because I'm cool, even though they treat me like shit. Well, they don't really treat him like shit, but they treat him like shit. And I would have just left. I would have been like, fuck this. But anyway, it's about his adventures, and he meets a girl named Lay, and there's a magic, like an evil rock involved, which is pretty chill. I like it when like the most evil thing in a book is like this fucking bullshit thing, like Lord of the Rings. It's a little ring, little tiny ring. It's like what's the most evil object in all of Middle Earth? A ring. I think it's hilarious. And so in this one, it's like, what's the most evil thing in the first book at least? And I'm like, oh, it's a rock. It's an evil rock. Evil. Anyway, didn't really enjoy the series as much as other people did. I mean, I got this as a gift, and it was okay. I don't know. I think it was overhyped. Not gonna lie, but whatever. And the second book, oh my god, the second book you could have cut the second book in half. The whole beginning half of this book is so boring. It's literally just one of the characters, Lily, whatever. She's on a fucking ship, and that's it. And the other main character, Kel, is just mopey. And I'm like, this is a whole almost 200 pages of the book. It's only when it gets to was it like the 300th mark where it starts getting interesting. So I'm like, this, cut it, stop. This is where the book should have began. Like, I mean, you could have some like pages of them on the boat and everything just to set up things, but a whole like 300 pages. Oh my god, it was so boring, so boring. That being said, I did finish both books in like one day, but still, fucking boring. Oh, it was boring. Anyway, yeah. Next book I read was The Magicians by Liv Grossman, and this is about basically Harry Potter College Edition meets Narnia Adult Edition. Yay! But oh my god, I hated these characters. These characters pissed me off. Oh, I never hated characters so much in my life. Like it's like in the beginning I didn't mind. I mean, it's just it follows this guy named Quentin, and he basically goes into a magic school. It's very Harry Potter. It's a college edition, like it's saying, except he's like 17. But whatever, who gives a fuck? And he was fine in the beginning. I mean, he complained a lot, but whatever. I mean, what book character doesn't complain a lot? I mean, you have to have something like that. It's only God, I can't think of any book character that doesn't complain all the fucking time. Oh my god, I'm like looking at my shelves. Mm, nope, nope, no, no. Yeah. Okay, so like him complaining, I read that in almost every book. Maybe it's just every book I own, but there's always the fucking complaining, bullshit, depressed main character. I mean, it happens. But and I was fine with that. But when he like the second half of this book, which I think is like part two or something, oh my god, I hated him. I hated everyone. My favorite character, I fucking hated. I woke up, well, I didn't wake up, but I was reading this at like 3 o'clock in the morning, just hitting myself with this book because I hated these characters so much. That being said, I gave it 5 stars because I haven't read a book that made me that emotionally invested in a long time. I mean, there's like certain characters you're like, oh, like certain books, you're just more there for brain candy and like you're not really invested in the characters, and that's like a lot of books. You're just there for the fun, for the thrills. But this one, holy shit, I haven't been this pissed at a character in a long time. I haven't felt like I wanted to. I almost like I started crying because of how much I hated these characters, and that's what I love. And they were just doing stupid shit, and like Q was just being dumb. Anyway, I did try to read the second one right after reading the first one, but I was so mad, and like already at the beginning of the book, I was already mad. I got to part 2 of the second book, and I was like, I need to put this down before I kill them or go to Liv Grossman's door and shoot him in the face, which I won't actually do. He's fine. I love him, but I don't really love him. He was terrible characters, but still love him. Second 2 books, I guess, series I read was Blood Price and Blood Trail, and this is Tanya Huff's Blood series books. This is the first one. Second one, it's about this blind cop. Well, not blind. She's going blind. Blind ex-cop who meets a vampire, and so they fight demons, werewolves, and other stuff. And the vampire Henry is the bastard son of King Henry VIII, which is kind of cool. He's also really short, which I kind of like because people were significantly shorter back then, and so he's like, oh, Vicky's like, you're like this, your normal height on like you're kind of short for a dude, and Henry's like, which I kind of like. And there's also Tony, and I like Tony. Well, I like Tony in the Shadow, Tony Foster series, which the first one is Shadow and Smoke. And yeah, I really like that series. I read the first one like a long time ago, but I like Tony. The next one I read was the Dragonlance book, Dragons of Winter and Night. This is the second book in the Dragonlance Chronicles. And this one's my least favorite of the series. I hated this one as a child. I hated this one as an adult. I hate this book. But I really like the third one. But you kind of have to read this one to understand the third one because people disappear and die and all this stuff. That's how it happens in this one. And if you just skip it, you're like, how did they die? And I hate that because I completely forgot that one of the characters bites the dust in this one. And I was like not prepared. I totally thought I was in the third one. And it's like when you read Lord of the Rings. Oh, this is kind of a spoiler if you haven't seen the movies or read the book. It's like Lord of the Rings. Boromir actually doesn't die in Fellowship of the Ring. He dies in the second one, and I always forget that every time I reread it because I'm so used to the movie. And in the movie, he dies in Fellowship of the Ring, but in the book, he's like, it's like the whole 2 chapters is just Boromir dying. And I'm like, this is not what I signed up for, and I always cry. Movie, book, Boromir is my favorite character in Lord of the Rings, and I will die saying that. I want that written on my gravestone. Dying. Yeah. I also read a few other books, but they're on my Kindle, and my Kindle's being stupid. He's being stupid because it's updating. Yay, update. But I read Lost in Stars: Journey to the Force Awakens by Claudia Gray, which is really good, though I only gave it 3 stars because I didn't like the main characters that much, but whatever. Which is a viewpoint from A New Hope all the way to the beginning of Force Awakens, of about these 2 Imperial officers and their love story and how they were ingrained in some of the scenes. Like they were there for the first and the second destruction of the Death Star. They were also there when Alderaan was destroyed. They were there during the first start of the Resistance as well as the First Order. So yeah, and I thought it was really cool. Just a really cool way of viewing how people, what they would tell themselves to, what's the word? What they would tell themselves to justify what the Empire does, like the destruction of Alderaan. So that was kind of cool. Second book I read, well, it's not really a book, it's more of a fanfic. But it was just as long as a book, and it was a Sherlock fanfic that I forgot the name of, but it was super long and I read it and it was great. I loved it. And I won't look up the name because I forgot and I really don't want to go through that. But I read it and it was good. And now my May TBR kind of thing that I once again probably won't actually finish because I'm moving, moving. But got some stuff I guess I could get to. First off, I guess I should go with the one I'm currently reading, and that is the Anne Bishop Black Jewels trilogy. And yeah, this one's daughter. This is a bind up. Daughter of the Blood, Heir to the Shadows, Queen of Darkness, and this follows a girl who's super powerful and can destroy the worlds and blah 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 blah. People want to stop her, troll her, train her, and be nice to her or something. Whoever controls the queen controls the darkness. Um, and yeah, it's pretty good. I was not expecting demons slash vampire things. Hell itself, and a like magic system very similar to the Time of Troubles if you read Forgotten Realms, like when Loth took over for I forgot the other god's name because I don't really care if it's not Loth or Tiamat slash Takesis. Don't really care all about the dark gods. But yeah, very very web like spider system, and it's a pretty hefty book. It's like 1,000 pages. But I don't know. So far, I'm enjoying it. I like Demon is but spelled weird, like Golden Compass style spelled weird. I like him even though he's an asshole. I like him. I like him a lot actually. The second book I may get to, but probably won't, especially because I have that huge bind up. But is The Magician's King by Liv Grossman, as you already tell from this video. Bit hesitant, but I really want to read it, and I've got all the way to part 2, and I'm like, oh my god, and it's like, he's so stupid. He's so stupid. Why would floating, I wish I could talk about it, but I can't, but oh my god, I hate this dude. He's so dumb. He's so dumb. And by the way, these covers are really pretty, and I hate that. I want my ugly covers. That's why I specifically got like the TV version of the first one. But my dad bought me The Magician's King and Magician's Land, and he bought me in the pretty covers. But luckily there's an ugly sticker there, which makes it a little better. But I really wanted the ugly covers, which these two don't come in ugly covers, but they really need to make them ugly. Make them ugly. Like I want Outlander in that horrible like old edition that they stopped doing. I think after like book 7 or something. I don't remember. Next book I want to read is Dragons of Spring Dawning. And this is the one where finally the Queen of Darkness comes about, and it's significantly shorter than the rest. But most of it's about Raistlin. I like Raistlin. I like him a lot. Evil wizard. Makes me happy. Love evil wizards. Next, I have The Royal Assassin by Robin Hobb. Now, I tried to read this a long time ago, because I read the first one, and I really liked Assassin's Apprentice. Really liked Assassin's Apprentice. But I never cried so much in a book ever. I cried so many times, and in this book, I cried, like, I got halfway, like, a long time ago, and I couldn't stop crying, like, everything bad happens to Fitz. There's nothing good ever happens to him. He's the Spider-Man of books. Spider-Man. And oh my god. So I had to put it down, and then I just gave away the series. But then I was in my library bookstore, and they had let's see, Royal Assassin, Royal Assassin, Assassin's Quest, and Fool's Errand, all for like 75 cents. And so I got them, and I'm gonna try to go back into it because I really liked it. I mean, Assassin's Apprentice is on my favorite shelf on Goodreads, but I couldn't. Oh, so sad. Maybe it's because like Assassin's Apprentice is so tiny that I'm like, okay, yeah, it's not that bad. It took me a month to get through it. I had to keep putting it down and just like taking a break. But this one's only 675 pages. I should be able to finish it. I don't think I can because I'll just start crying. This may have to take me 2 months to get through. But I'll just bring it on the plane ride. It'll be fine because it's gonna be a 12-hour plane ride and gotta read something. Well, I'm actually gonna read Wise Man Fear on the plane, which is another one on my TBR this month because I haven't read it yet, and I read like not halfway. I read like a couple of chapters, and I really like Bast. And when it started like going away from the Bast part, because Bast is only in the beginning, I was like, I'll just put it down for now. Save it for the plane ride to Germany, which is one we're gonna do. So yeah. And the last but not least little bind up that I have on my TBR, once again, probably not gonna read it, but whatever. And that is Bloodlines and Blood Pack by Tanya Huff. And this is just a little fun book I'm excited to get to. That I may read this one on the trip to San Antonio because I'm leaving to Germany from San Antonio. So I have to drive all the way there. Well, somebody's driving for me, but yeah. So yeah, that's my wrap up. Well, not wrap up. Yeah, wrap up and TBR. So bye.